At the University of Exeter, we make the exceptional happen. Our research and education transforms people's lives. Severe diseases pose a huge threat to humanity, from neurodegenerative diseases like dementia and epilepsy to plant and animal diseases that threaten the global food supply. The Living Systems Institute will be a world-class collaborative research community to revolutionize the diagnosis and treatment of diseases.
I'm Philip Ingham. I'm Professor of Developmental Genetics here at the University of Exeter, and I'm also the Director of the new Living Systems Institute. My own research focuses on how cells communicate with each other during the development of an organism. So cells use signals to do this, and I work on a particular signaling pathway which has the name the hedgehog pathway. So although this sounds a bit frivolous, it's actually a very important signaling pathway because it controls, for instance, how our own central nervous system develops or how our limbs develop. So cancers are really caused by cells not following the proper instructions and growing out of control, and this is what happens when hedgehog signaling goes awry. And through this research, this has actually led to the development of a specific drug which can target particular tumours. We've learnt a lot about how genes control the development of organisms over the last 20 or 30 years, but there's still a lot that we don't understand. I think philanthropic support for research is really important, especially for basic research, where it's not always clear what direction that research is going to take. I think my own research is an example of that, where it was supported almost exclusively through public donation and through bequests when I worked for the Imperial Cancer Research Fund, which is now known as Cancer Research UK. I think looking forward now, moving into the Living Systems Institute, this type of support is clearly going to continue to be very important. It's already supported the construction of this institute, and it's going to allow us to bring together people from many different disciplines to work on really blue skies research, cutting edge research.
Bringing together around 200 cell and molecular biologists, mathematicians, physicists, biomedical scientists and engineers, this world-class interdisciplinary centre is the university's largest single investment in science to date. A completely new means of looking at biological problems, the LSI will take a holistic view of how cells, tissues and whole organisms operate. Importantly, researchers will use the techniques of mathematics, predictive modelling, control engineering and physics to understand in detail how disease operates. LSI academics will use their research to deliver inspirational teaching, supporting the next generation of scientists to collaborate across disciplines to solve future problems. With your support, we can do more. Will you help us to revolutionize the diagnosis and treatment of disease?